3, 2, 1, go.
Hi, I'm Mijke from Austria, Europe, and I'm on my mission to smash stereotypes.
And I'm Banks Helfrich from Florida, United States, and I'm here to attempt to answer your questions. Ooh, the music plays through.
Hello, Max. Hello, America.
Hello,
Europe.
Mijke. Hello, good to see you again.
Hi. So, I heard the birds tweeted me you had a question this week.
I did. I got a question. Are you ready for it? Here we go. So it says hell. Oh, hell. No, it doesn't say hell. It says hello. It says hello, late life love. I call it triple L's. Here's the question. I'm in the middle of a divorce, and do you recommend a divorce coach? That's a pretty serious question.
Yes, it is, and a serious situation, I think, or process. From my experience, I would say yes. Because there are already a lot of good people out there, and maybe if you contact us again, or I can put some advice in the comments. But you can also Google some really, really good people. And I think everything that makes the situation easier or more peaceful, any help you can get, you should think about using this possibility. Also, a good coach can help you growing in this process. So the grief and all this hurt and the things that approach that are not so good to experience are very often brought to the doctor, because humans, when they are not happy, they easily mess it up with being sick. And I think a lot of people are running through some institutions much too early. If the problem is unsolvable, or it's hard to solve, you can go to the next step and the next steps. But if you're just considering the first step to get help, I would say a good program. There are also some amazing programs, for example, on Mind Valley, how to uncouple in with responsibility and staying friends. And there is really a lot of stuff outside there. But a good coach can help you. And also your ex-partner, however, will benefit too, I think. So a mentor, there are a lot of mentors which come with lawyers. Sometimes they can be a little bit, with their opinion on one side. So this is not so neutral and fair, but the coach is there for lifting you up. And I think, if the possibility for you is there, go for it. Yes.
So Mijke, you bring up a couple of good points. First of all, I do want to say that this person did not leave their name, so I'm just going to call her looking for a divorce coach. So looking for a divorce coach. I am not a coach. However, I have been through a divorce, and likewise, Mijke has too. So we both been through a divorce, not with each other, right, Mijke? We haven't been through a divorce with each other, not at all. So a couple of things, and I'm gonna relate it to what Mijke had said, and that is, you said a couple of things. You can grow from this experience, and oh my gosh, yes, you can grow. I grew, and I still am growing from my divorce. So I think growth is a great thing. The uncoupling, to go from being a couple to uncoupling, which is a separation, a moving on phase. That is difficult. That is so difficult. I always look at my life, and I look back at my life, and I think, what were the years that I grew the most? One of the years was this past year that we experienced, 2020, difficult year. I grew tremendously. Another year was when I got divorced. Another year was when I was 23 years old, and that was I joined the circus. So that's a whole nother story altogether. So this is stuff that Mijke has said. And I also want to throw in something else, and that is, Mijke is a coach. Mijke, you are a coach, correct? You do this for a living. You help people get through situations like this. So looking for a divorce coach person out there, reach out to Mijke. This is what Mijke does for a living. Now, for me, I got divorced when I was 53 years old, and I wanted it to be a successful divorce. I know that's kind of counterproductive. That is sort of counterintuitive, that you want to have a successful separation. And that's what I plan to do. All of my effort going into the divorce was to find a way to make it equitable for both people, equal for both people. Now, there were emotions that were in it that we had to deal with. There were emotions, uncoupling emotions. There were emotions that dealt with, we're not going to be together anymore. Moving on. So I mean, once you can take the emotions out of it and you sit down, for me, it was, all right, let's half the money. Let's half the things that we own. You get your car, I get my car. Let's take care of alimony. In the United States, we have alimony that you pay the person who is the breadwinner pays the one that was not the breadwinner at a standard or better than what they were when they were married. So there was that. And to be perfectly personal with you, I ended up in a situation where I live on a property, and this property has two homes, and the two homes, one I own and one my ex-wife owns. And we own the property together. The house we own together. Her side is hers, mine is mine. She has the west wing, I have the east wing. We talk, not every day. We might have dinner together once a month. And when there are any issues like, logistic issues like insurance, like property taxes, and that's what we have in the States, then we talk about that and we divvy it up. The other thing is, we share two children together. So when our children come and visit us, they can come to one place and see both of us at the same time. So my idea is to go towards a successful divorce, and that's how I've done it. So
Yes, I had the opposite. So I decided to be a coach on my own, because I coached myself through 4 horrible years. And I'm in these days, help would have been needed. But I was not in a situation where I found a lot. So my view was already very, very focused on survival. And after that period, then I came into the topic of, okay, mental health and mental strength, and awareness of all that, and then I processed everything a second time. And this I did with coaches then, and this helped me the most. So I did it a little bit later, not directly in the time when the divorce happened or in the process, but after it, and yeah, it was the best time to learn and to grow, and I digested it. And then I was so fascinated how much help you can get from people. By the way, I'm not a divorce coach. I'm a mental trainer for, yeah, especially for artists and yeah, creative blocks or general blocks in energy. And yeah, I would say it's a big benefit if you are able to do it like banks, but it's also, it takes two who want to do that successful. And if your partner is not in the same boat, so if there is already if the knives are already, like we say, sharpened,
Yeah.
and the war is already in its yeah, when the social status, when the frontiers are already there, a third person can help a lot. Yes.
So, the thing that I want to add to that is mental strength, and you spoke about that, Micah. You are separating from a person. You are moving away from them physically in a divorce, and you are moving away from them mentally, hopefully emotionally at some point in your life. This is a process. This takes time. Like Micah had said, in her experience, she went through it later and later. I was the petitioner in my divorce, which means I was the one that asked for it. So in that regard, you have I don't want to say you have an upper hand. It's just that you know what you want. How can I say this better? Micah, how can I say, I'm not trying to say that I knew what I wanted and I went in and I said it. Once you figure out, looking for a divorce coach, once you figure out what you want, okay, if you're the one petitioning it, or if you're not the one, uh, get through, start that process, that mental acuity of being able to go, okay, I have to move on. This is a process. Now, I'm just going to dig in the weeds real quickly, just a little thing, and that is, at some point, for me, I had to remove myself emotionally and not take anything personally. And that is so hard to do, just to not take it personally. Take the other person for who they are, love them. If you still love them, they love them. I love my ex-wife. And do not take it personally what they're doing. If they want more money or this or that or this or that or whatever, don't take it personally. Make sure you look at them as a person, and remove the personal part of it. Micah.
Yes, you would be a good divorce coach, Banks. Think about it. You did it already. Good. And maybe you open a business with your ex-wife, so you can an agency for conscious uncoupling. Yeah.
Yeah, this is not easy though, Micah. You know, I mean, mine in my mind was successful. Yours was not. Yours was very difficult. Um, the amount of growth though that you experienced was just magnanimous, wasn't it? I mean, you grew so much from your divorce, didn't you?
Yeah, I was restricted in my life before, emotionally. Yeah, crippled already. So I didn't dare, or I doubted to dare to trust my intuition, and I had to reinforce myself and take all the power that was left to go to survive that all that. I was in war. I was I was in war, or like, oh, it was several areas, several battlefields, and socially, financially, uh, the whole family left. It was, yeah, my whole world broke down. It broke down and it imploded. So it vanished. And then I was like, oh, and all that space I found this. So I have no boundaries anymore for other people. So there is nothing that restricts me. So I can do whatever I want. I enjoy my freedom, and yeah. But it took some time till this joy came up. The first time it was hard to find any joy. Some moments, yes, where I I got it, where I thought, oh, I don't need to ask anymore, or oh, I can do that. Nobody will quarrel. Nobody will pull me back, or nobody will punish me anymore. And it was like a bird in a cage, and then the door get open, and the bird looks out and thinks, ah, the sky, wow. And then you do your first flight, and then there comes a thunderstorm, and yeah, and bigger bird, and then you fall down, and then you nearly die, and yeah, then comes a cat and plays with you and shoots you through the garden, and then they, I don't know who eats you up, and metaphorical everything.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's like till you grow, it takes a time, but yeah, I think mental strength is the best thing you can develop, because I saw now in quarantine and all these things people suffer from, I don't have that. So I have some periods where I say, yeah, I feel lonely a little bit, but then I think, nothing changed a lot. Okay, the social engagements are not that like it was before, but I got used to yeah, to make every decision on my own and ask nobody for advice or help or something like that. And so for me it was, I went into this 2020 year already very strong. And yeah, now when I look back, I think all that years before prepared me perfectly for that thing. A lot of people, I think when you ask now for a coach, 2020 was the end, or yeah, after of your relationship, or it came to an end, or is the result maybe.
Yeah.
A
Yeah.
lot of people experience their relationship in a completely different way during quarantine, and so for a lot of people, I think the reason to think about divorce maybe for the first time. And yeah, I think coach can also help you define your what you want, the outcome. uh,
Right.
what is your goal, when how will should your life look like um, when you are separated. I think that's the most important thing you have to know, not to go just, oh, I want to leave, and like in panic. So a coach helps you not to panic. He helps you get your things done. He helps you keep you yeah, on a straight process. He helps you develop mentally, and yeah, help to process your emotions, which can, as you said, be very, very hard, and
Yeah.
sometimes just for hours, but sometimes it lasts a few days, and then you think, oh, the whole world broke down. So I think it is a good thing. If you Google, you can write me. I can yeah, give you some contacts.
Well, Mijke, we are coming out at the end of our time. So looking for a divorce coach. Thank you so much for your question. Good luck in the process. It's a tough one. Um, Remember, and here's some good things that Mijke said. Mijke said she ended up freedom at the end. I mean, there is a place, a space that you can move into afterwards. I can relate to the freedom. There's a freedom that I have. And that freedom is a beautiful feeling. So anyway, until next week, thank you so much for your questions. Send us your questions, subscribe down below, and we're getting some subscribers. I mean, we're starting to move. Yeah, we're moving.
Grow. We grow. Thank you.
Thank you, Mijke. We will see you next week. Can't wait. Bye bye. Send us your questions.